Previously. X-Rated, the X-Men animated review show.
What is that? A fire?
No, it's X-Rated, the X-Men animated review show.
So, what do you boys call yourselves?
A fair question. Well, I am one of your hosts, Todd Todavsky.
Don't talk like that.
Well, that's just how I talk. But I also have... Well, I could throw in an accent.
Yeah, let's do that. Minnesota.
That's like Fargo, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
You gotta say more than just yeah.
Do they say more than that? Well, I have a co-host.
I want to ask you one question. Do you feel safe?
From me, or do I feel safe, or do others feel safe around me? Is what you're asking.
I think it's both.
Mm-hmm. I hope others feel safe around me. I feel like I'm a pretty jovial cat.
But do you feel safe right now, Prince Apondre Skelly?
Yeah, I feel safe. I don't think I'm in any immediate danger. I'm very tired and I have work to do. And I was doing a movie night and over at the bar that I do those at, and I just finished it and then rushed home and got here just minutes before this started. So,
The Fifth Element?
Yeah, it was really fun.
Great movie.
It was a great movie. Have you seen it recently? Aside from some slightly clunky CGI, because it was from the early 2000s or late 90s, it's not bad, not too shabby. Still a great movie. It's really fun. It's I had some friends of mine came to see that I'd never saw it before, so it was kind of fun getting their take on it. And
yeah, right, and he's right. Oh, geez, I should say.
No, it's all works too, but yeah. Well, actually, one of my favorite scenes from I think. Because there's a Fargo TV show, which I highly suggest.
I watched it, at least the first couple seasons. I don't know, but I love the first season.
I think it's the first season when they pick up the prostitute, or like the guy. No, I don't know if that's. I think the guy's having sex with like a girl in his basement, and she's like, "Yeah, oh yeah." It's really funny. Yeah, oh yeah, give it to me, yeah. Very attractive.
Very.
I'll tell you a funny story. I mean, the Newfoundland accent is, of course, something that's very unique to Nova Scotia, or not Nova Scotia, to Canada. But it is kind of similar to that accent a little bit. And I remember one time I was on tour wrestling, and I was talking about how thick the accent is sometimes, and how it's, depending on the nature of how it's said, who's saying it, and whatever, it's kind of cute, not necessarily just women, with men too, whatever. And the guy was telling me it just depends on like where your location is or whatever you were born and all these other things. But he said that one time a buddy of his who doesn't have as thick of an accent had picked up a girl at the bar that I can't believe I'm telling the story that had a very thick Newfoundland.
We're all friends here.
And he said during the act of as happens when it's near its the inevitable ending of what that activity is, he had made some reference that he was going to pull out. And then she responded in the thickest Newfoundland accent by saying, "Blow it in me guts." And I said, when he told me that, I was like, my God, I think I would just leave. I don't think I could even finish. I would just put my pants on and leave the room.
That is the most Newfoundland story I've ever.
It is pretty Newfoundland, I must say. Not to be stereotypical, but
go to me guts by it.
Go to me guts by it. I'd be like, thank you for a wonderful evening, madam. I must leave you now. And I would just walk away, never to return.
Charming woman.
No, maybe I would have stayed. Who knows? Yeah, thankfully it was not my story told to me by someone else, but based on some of the people I've met in Newfoundland, it does surprise me.
It tracks. But we are here to review X-Men Evolution, Season 4, Episode 2, No Good Deed. Story by Greg Johnson, Boyd Kirkland, and Craig Kyle. Written by William Forrest Cluverius. He's back.
His last name is Cluverius.
Yeah, we've talked about him before because
I
he's got the best
but
name in the business.
that is
That's
a pretty
William
great
Forrest Cluverius. He's back.
William Clovarius. I mean, I feel like he should be in like a banquet hall somewhere instead of
Something.
he should be invited to Trump's Garden Hall or whatever the fuck he's got going over there now. You know, like it doesn't seem like a regular chap.
And directed by Doug Murphy, which seems like maybe a first.
Doug Murph.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So, should we get into it? It is Remembrance Day here in Canada, so I'm wearing my Remembrance Day appropriate attire. Genosha, never forget.
You're not wearing a poppy, are you? I didn't notice if you were not. It's not very not very Remembrance Day of you, my friend. As I lean back to show that I am also not wearing a poppy because I forgot.
I'm wearing my Genosha t-shirt though.
Yeah, I have one of those, but I'm not wearing it.
On Remembrance Day.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that might be somewhat insulting to the people that actually died in war instead of the fictional people that died in a fictional war in a fictional comic book and then adapted to a fictional TV series.
Look, the World Wars were so long ago, the X-Men is more real to most of us.
I mean, not really.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, there's a lot of wars still going on to this very day, you know.
Yeah, those ones are real, but the old ones, I mean, I don't want to go down this rabbit hole, actually. Remembrance Day, remember the fallen. But, yeah, man, mutants. Sad. Genosha. Sentinels. Scourge.
Cassandra Nova, yes, I remember. Or Sinister, depending on the version, or Bastion, depending on the version that you're into. Whatever you're into. All right. Well, let's get to it then. Yes. So share my screen.
Oh yeah.
Share screen.
Yep. We got 7 episodes left after this one. We're getting there.
And then we retire forever from podcasting. That's the plan, right?
You wish.
I need to sleep. I need to rest. I was hoping beyond hope that because tonight was so late starting that you would just cancel it so I'd have a night off. But oh no, not old Evan.
No, I took a nap.
Oh, of course you did. Thanks for allowing me that kindness. That was my own fault for overextending. But if I have to start cutting things out of my life,
is the Fifth Element longer than I remember?
Well, I show clips of other things before the movie, and so that usually is about 15 to 20 minutes. So it starts at 7. By the time you get through all that, the actual movie starts 20, 25 after, and the movie I think is in 2 hours. It felt a bit long. It was done right around 9. It's a good movie. It doesn't feel long to watch it, but it felt like I say the Fifth Element runtime. Oh, I said rundown. It's give me a synopsis. Yeah, it's 2 hours and 6 minutes long. So yeah, it's a little longer.
Oh yeah, it was longer than I thought.
Interesting fact about that movie.
Okay.
The bad guy and the good guy never meet.
In
that movie, Zorg and Corbin Dallas never are in the same room. Never even talk to each other. No, I don't think they're even aware. Well, I know Zorg's aware that Dallas exists, but they never really know that they're enemies until never really. Which is interesting. Also, Mel Gibson almost played that role.
Corbin Dallas?
Yep.
Oh, I like it way better with Bruce Willis.
And Prince was supposed to play Ruby Rod originally, but had to cancel due to scheduling issues.
Well, you can see that.
And Jamie Foxx almost had that role, except they thought that Chris Tucker looked more. He was much more slender, so he would fit in the costume better. They thought he would look more like, because the character's supposed to be a little androgynous, that he would fit that role better. So, and Julia Roberts was considered for Lilu, which would have made a very different movie.
Julia Roberts,
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that would have been a way different movie.
Sure would have. Hold on, I got something on my screen here.
Man, I like all the choices they went with.
Yeah, the director Luc Besson, who's French and is known for making Leon the Professional, and La Femme Nikita, which was a cool spy movie that they made into a Canadian TV show. You're old enough to remember that one.
Sure.
But they so
Our buddy Lawrence Bain was on that show.
That's true. Probably almost every actor we've had in this show was on that show at some point.
Probably.
But he was married. The lady that plays the blue opera singer in the movie.
Yeah, she was married to Luke Besson.
She was, but then they divorced they split up during the filming of this movie because he was having an affair with Mila Jovovich.
Scandalous, I say.
Who was like 19 at the time, and he was like 30 something. Her name was
even a little more scandalous.
Invamula is her name. So yeah, but they divorced like 2 months. They got married after the movie ended, but then they divorced like 2 months later.
Well, young love. Yeah, let's go.
Okay,
X-Men Evolution.
No, I want to talk about the Fifth Element some more. So we see the kids are taking the railroad. They're upset. The world is
Hello, Dallas Multipus.
Multipass. So we see Quicksilver uses powers to take the newspaper to read about how the world is upset about this mutant battle that has occurred. So I don't like this new view. Can I hide it? Oh, it says you can hide the vertical view. There it is. It's gone.
Yeah, I hide it. I hate it too.
Yeah. So anyway, we see Pietro Wanda's upset that their dad is gone. Pietro tries to explain to her that he was a bully that just picked on a bigger bully and then got what's coming to him. She doesn't remember that she used to hate him, and he tries to tell her that, but she won't accept it. And when she gets upset, her powers activate and make the train derail. You get the intro. We see the kids being summoned. Let me get my shit here.
Me, my X-Men. It's time for class.
Nobody's badly injured or hurt, but they're all trapped and need help. Toad attempts to escape or prove futile. So basically, the X-Men have to run after they hear about what's going on. Toad tries to escape, but he's freaking out because he doesn't seem to like enclosed spaces too much. And there's an old man that grabs onto him, and he just takes off with the old man on him.
Well, he's used to jumping. He probably doesn't like banging his head on things.
That's true. So they get Fred to make a door, so he runs through, causing a bunch of.
What's he yelling? He's like, "Out of my way! Out of my way!"
Yeah, he just runs and just causes he's like the Juggernaut. He just makes big holes and everything. So there's an old man that is panicking and grabs onto Toad, and Toad hops away with the old man hanging onto him. Then there's an old lady.
The old man's like, "Save me!" Toad's like, "No," but he grabs onto him anyway.
There's as Lance is going to leave, there's an old lady that needs help, and he, against his better judgment, decides to help her, carries her out of the wreckage. So as we see
the reluctant hero, that Lance.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good person. Yeah. He just had troubled upbringing.
He's just got bad influences like Quicksilver and Toad.
Oh yeah, Toad went to pick up a wallet he saw, which is when the old man asked for help. This is when he saw the old man hiding under a seat. And then the old man grabbed a wallet. So, Toad gives him back his wallet, or like it seems to. He holds out the wallet, and the old man recognizes his and takes it. And then everyone sees the mutants helping all these people and realize that they're good. They're good. These mutants are doing good. So they start cheering them. We see Scott and Kitty, who arrived to help, but see the press making a big fuss over them asking what their name is, and they call themselves the Brotherhood. So after the attack, we see Edward Kelly on television campaigning to become the mayor.
All right. Maybe. All right. Continue.
What was Senator Kelly's name in the comics? Was it Edward?
I think it was Edward.
I don't remember from the X-Men movie. It was actually Robert in the comics.
Robert
Edward Kelly.
Robert.
So I guess they went with his middle name in this version instead.
Of course.
So he's running for mayor, and he's running on a Mutant Registration Act platform. We got it, Annie. Thank you. platform. So, but his middle name was Edward, so I'm assuming this is why they made this version a little different.
It's late.
Maybe,
I would have
it's,
got that as Robert on a regular day.
maybe it's like how again in the old 80s cartoon they made Dr. Bruce Banner Dr. David Banner.
David. Yeah.
Because Bruce said, the reason was, do you ever see that?
Yeah, they
interview?
thought Bruce sounded gay.
Yeah, too gay. Which is ridiculous. Anyway, it was a different time.
Signs. It's like Bruce and Lance. Those were our names.
Yeah, no.
Those are the toughest names we have.
You know what's funny? He goes like Bruce and Lance and Julian. Those are our names, and my middle name is Julian. So I always got to kick.
Did he say Julian?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure one of Julian was.
Oh
wow. They were our names. Now they're just queer. He's like, and I hate it when people use that word. That's our word to describe you. Yeah. You know who voiced that guy in The Simpsons?
Is it voice who?
Voiced John, that character that Homer befriends before realizing he's gay. If I said he was a famous film director, would that help?
Oh, it's yeah, I do. It's John Waters, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Very good.
Yeah.
There you go. So, yeah, we see Edward Kelly's running to be mayor. He's running on a Mutant Registration Act law. But then as they're watching his commercial on TV, they see the news about how the kids are being seen and cherished by the news. So they said his campaign manager suggests perhaps they pivot away from the anti-mutant rhetoric. But,
he's like, no!
Yeah,
I love my rhetoric.
He does love his anti-mutant rhetoric.
He's like, we're going harder on it.
The only thing I love more than anti-mutant
I'm talking
rhetoric.
Giant friggin' robots.
Yeah, that's a ticket.
Yeah.
That's a ticket right there.
That's what the high school always needed, but we don't get the funding from the feds.
So the next one of the industry, the
politics now, I'm changing all of that. All of the high schools will have giant robots under my administration.
We'll call it Kelly's Law.
Kelly's Law.
So next one of the Institute, the X-Men are having breakfast, reading the papers, not happy that their enemies and rivals are being portrayed as the good guys. Xavier says it's not ideal, but anything that makes mutants look good across the board is good. At the brothers' boarding house, they all watch as the news reporters. There's a nice transition here from like Xavier looking out the window to Lance looking out the window. We see at the boarding house that the news reporters show up outside wanting to speak to the girl that was part of the team, but wanted to still blame herself for the incident, doesn't want to deal with the media. The lady that Lance...
Visuals and the music are always very pleasant in this show.
It's well put together show.
Mm.
Wanted to still blame herself for the incident, returns not wanting to deal with the media. The lady that Lance saved that boarding appears and admits that she's the owner of one of the largest construction companies within Bayville somehow, but she still takes the train. So that's nice. And as thanks for saving her life, she tells the team that she and her company will fix up their house.
To mingle with the common folk, you see.
I see. And almost die. She also gives them a check for $10,000. Upon realizing they can use this to their advantage, the Brotherhood minus, at first, a hesitant Lance plan to stage more incidents so they can be viewed as heroes once again.
I love that the check's just made out to Brotherhood.
Yeah, I know. How are they going to catch that?
Yes, we're
an ID that says Brotherhood. Also, if you'll notice, they have the $10,000 and then the dot and the 2 zeros.
And then the double dots. Holy crap. So she actually gave him...
Well, the dots shouldn't count.
$1 million.
No, that would be...
$1 million.
If you're counting... If that dot was supposed to be... Oh, wait. Oh, if that dot was supposed to go here, you mean?
Yeah.
That would be... Yes.
Don't worry about the dots, just the amount of zeros. It would be $1 million. Yeah.
Oh, if you count these 2 zeros, that'd be $100 million.
Yeah, well, those, that's the sense. Yeah.
But she didn't write. That's why you have this part where you write down 10,000.
Sure.
So anyway, they're.
Well, it's a good thing they can go cash that as the Brotherhood.
Seeing Lance's hesitation as being part of all this, Paige tries to convince him using the excuse that the X-Men are probably hating the situation, which causes Lance to finally agree to join in. As more staged incidents occur, Xavier noticed there was a pattern, something he told Scott and the X-Men, saying the Brotherhood are coincidentally appearing when their powers are needed most. Scott then takes his team out to deal with the problem before it gets worse. Upon hearing of Kelly's also anti-mutant agenda, the Brotherhood head over where he's campaigning and are surrounded by the X-Men who threaten him to stop campaigning against mutants. And when he pushes them to say, "What are you going to do about it if I don't?" I really kind of like Quicksilver's.
This is a great scene.
It is actually nice. Like Kelly, I can understand his issue. I mean, obviously he's a bigot, but like if you were just a regular guy living a regular life, and all of a sudden teenagers who are not the most stable of human beings all suddenly have insane powers that can level buildings and kill people in an instant without much of a thought if they weren't in control. It'd be pretty scary, and maybe something you'd want to control, or at least have some kind of feel like you have some kind of power over. People try to control the things they don't understand, and I'm not saying I think Kelly's a sympathetic character, but he is a human character, and it is a human reaction.
Yeah, it is.
For better or for worse, it is very human.
The sole reason for his existence. Like, he seems to be going into politics just because he hates mutant teenagers.
Well, think about how,
maybe Magneto too.
But think about how, radicalized some Americans became after 9/11. Like, when something happens that's, earth-shattering to you that you didn't think could happen on your doorstep, and it does. I mean, some people can go pretty nuts. So, COVID as well made a lot of people go insane.
It didn't it?
So, all right, where are we at here? So back in their homelands. So X-Men mutants.
They're confronting Kelly, and then the
X-Men show up.
Yeah,
and then the Brotherhood leave.
But it's awesome because it's all the X-Men and all the New Mutants and a bunch of multiple man clones.
Oh yeah, the X-Men have their full power. Beast is also with them, as you can see.
Yeah, and Storm.
Who don't say anything. No. Yeah, Storm really is not represented much in the show. I feel like we discussed this before, but she really isn't.
Well, it makes me
certainly
sad.
Not compared to how much she is in the other shows.
Yep.
So Kelly's unimpressed and unappreciative of them helping him. He kind of lumps them all into being a problem, even not really appreciating that they did save him, in fact. So back in the home, Lance is furious about the encounter. Pietro reminds the boys and his sister they have bigger issues at hand. They should be their good deeds are no longer on page 1, as they're starting to be old news, so they got to pick up the game.
Yeah, we need to remind them about how much they need us.
Pietro convinces Wanda to help, even though she doesn't want to.
Is the Brotherhood house always been pink? This is the first episode I've noticed it.
Like the exterior been pink?
Yeah, the exterior's pink.
Maybe that's after she did her upgrade. I don't know. I don't remember.
Maybe Scarlet Witch just changed it with her mind.
Yeah, that's good headcanon.
Yeah, I like it.
So next day at the zoo, the Brotherhood are at a ribbon cutting ceremony with Pietro making a speech, whereupon painting the X-Men in a bad light. Gives Wanda a cue to hex their rivals' powers when they're nearby, causing Scott's optic blasts to go out of control. Kitty teleports into a crocodile cage. She ends up being stuck in the glass, but is freed by Scott, whose beam shatter the glass but causes more damage. Jean, whose telekinesis goes haywire. And Kurt, who attempts to teleport an old man to safety, only to end up on a sign that collapses with the two of them being injured due to Jean being unable to control the sign they are on. Due to their behavior and putting...
No elephants were harmed during the making of this episode.
That is true. So the X-Men are arrested and placed in jail with the Brotherhood still being hailed as heroes. Kitty, not like their predicament, sticks out her tongue at the guard and walks through the bars as Xavier tells her to go back in because they have to show that even though they can not have to adhere to authority, they will because they're better than that. The Brotherhood kind of decide they want to stop while they're ahead. Pietro manages to convince the boys to do one more final heroic act, one to make them go out with a bang, and decides to stage one final accident. They go back on the
TV now.
Yeah, they got all kinds of cool stuff.
Because they did manage to cash that check.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, no, they also had all those upgrades. She upgraded their house too, so she could have got the new TVs and stuff.
True.
Using his speed, Pietro managed to catch up to nearby trains, sabotage it, unbeknownst to the driver, alerts his boss trains to control. As the train misses stop, return to the team, Pietro finds them near traffic with one driver stating there was more than one train included within the incident. A fact that Pietro nor the other boys included with the driver telling them that the other train has 8 tanks of gasoline on board. So all of a sudden it's a real big issue. Realizing the situation become
It's a dangerous plan they have there, the Brotherhood.
Well, they're teenagers, right? They don't know they didn't think too much ahead. So Xavier alerts the students. The authorities have allowed the X-Men to leave so that they can help with the situation. Upon getting to the train, Scott, Kurt, and Kitty phase in, get the driver to safety. Scott blasting the connector, causing the first carriage to disconnect. Kurt and Scott.
This is a pretty badass action-packed scene too.
It is cool, actually. Yeah.
Jean looks super cool, like later when she's like slowing down the train.
Kurt teleports from Scott and finds Kitty upon the top of the train, where she admits to him that she's going to phase the train through the other one because Jean's unable to stop it. Kurt admits this is pretty dangerous, but Kitty mentioned that she has no other choice. She attempts to phase the train. She and Kurt are on, but it proves too much for her and it crashes inside the other. The train begins to explode upon impact, with Kurt teleporting both him and Kitty out of the blast zone. Jean then attempts to encase the explosion within a telekinetic bubble, but soon loses control. As the feat becomes too much even for her, Lance arrives and causes the ground of the train to become unstable and buries the train with the fire being put out, which is actually a pretty cool use of his powers. When the X-Men gather around, Lance says, "Don't worry, it's the last of his heroic deeds." You can count on that, he says. So with the X-Men cleared of their earlier charges, the Brotherhood are then put under investigation, with the media believing them to be behind the accidents now, with the men from earlier returning to take back all the stuff they were given, including the big screen TV, much to Toad's chagrin. Patrons suggest they go on a new subway. Check out that new subway they got in town, which is pretty fucking fast. He doesn't really read the room to see they're all pissed at him. He's like, well, you guys want to go ride that new subway into town? And they're all like, just use their powers on him. And you see the place light out. Is that the end? Like, oh. Yeah. Well, pink, kind of pink. Looks so nice right there, though. I like how kind of a smarmy dick. I've always liked Quicksilver. He's one of my favorite characters, but this version of him is kind of like that ramped up to the extreme, I guess. I guess
without the heart.
If someone is super cocky, but they're still a good person, that's interesting, I guess. But he's like super cocky and a teenager, so it's even more annoying because teenagers are generally, annoying. Unless you're listening to this, in which case you're awesome.
You're an awesome teenager. If you're listening to this show, you probably are.
You're probably pretty awesome in general because you know X-Men. And you care enough about them to watch a show that you never saw when you're around.
Yep. All right. Well.
How shall we proceed, sir?
By making a call.
You first.
I don't know. It's a pretty good episode. I don't want to give it a 10. I don't know. I mean, it seems like a little contrived to have them do what they're doing, but it makes sense for the Brotherhood, kind of incidentally helping people and readers so they can use that for good. So it's an interesting way to go about it. I mean, I'd say it's up there. I don't know if I'd say it's a 9. I feel like I'm going to reserve 10s for the big world building shit.
Yeah, I think so too. I'll give it a 9 as well because it was funny, action packed, a lot of cool superpower stuff. I like that it kind of had the bad Brotherhood doing bad guy stuff again because they were getting pretty good guyish there for a while, and I like that they got it up to some mischief.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Storm needs more lines.
Storm has barely did anything in the show.
Ryan's here. Oh, Ryan's in profile. He's in profile style.
He's recording because he's filming it that way.
Oh.
Yeah, it's my iPad. My iPad is just vertical, so.
Oh, right on. Oh, look at that. You can mix the two too. We're learning stuff.
If you turn it sideways, it doesn't turn sideways?
I don't know. Find out.
Let's see what happens. Whoa!
Yeah.
Gonna say
this Andre is a tech genius.
yeah. Have you tried turning it sideways? What a genius.
Have you tried turning it sideways again? But yeah, we don't need this on here anymore. What's up, Ryan?
What's going on, guys?
Not much. Good to see you. Let's get into some evolved X points as soon as I hit my little music.
There's no point.
Really isn't, because I left my phone upstairs, which is where I wrote down my X points. So we'll see if I can remember what they were.
There's no point.
But that being the case, you go first, Andre.
Yeah, I thought I'll just build on what I said earlier. We were trying to come up with the rating. I feel like this concept of, I mean, not to get too philosophical, but the idea of what's
Go
good.
full philosophical. Do it.
All right. Well, I mean, it depends on what branch of philosophy you want to follow when it comes to how much good is good. There's utilitarianism, which kind of believes that everything you do should be for the greater good. So if you should live the most meager lifestyle you can, because all the extra money you make, you should give it to charity or those you need to. Sure, it makes your life less better, but it makes somebody else's better. So there's that realm of thinking. But then when you get to the incidental, it reminds me a little of this movie that I really like, kind of a famous Swedish movie called The Vanishing, where there's a guy whose girlfriend goes missing and it kind of drives him insane, doesn't know what happened to her, and he puts out an article or a classified story in the paper saying that whoever took her, whatever they did to her, he wants to meet with them just so he can know what happened to her, and he won't report them. He just needs to know. And then the guy that did it answers the message, and they have a secret meeting where he kind of explains why he did what he did. And it's an interesting meditation on what it means to be moral, what it means to be good, and why people choose to do good things and why people choose to do bad things, and how some people, the decision is the same either way to some people. Because they don't have that moral center. So I'm not saying the Brotherhood is evil, but I like the concept that they kind of take this childhood look at oh, hey, good things can benefit us if we actually help people instead of being selfish, and then take it to their logical conclusion by becoming selfish and trying to capitalize on it. So I really like the concept of the episode. I'm glad they did it. It's as much as I'm kind of done with these sort of self-contained episodes that are just based around the Brotherhood or the X-Men, and it was still a nice way to do it. So I was okay with it.
Got a random X point for us, Ryan?
I guess it's not really an X point as much as it's an observation. But watching this episode, and it's been great because now that we're so deep into the show that tons of characters show up. New Mutants, X-Men, Brotherhood, whatever. But did you realize that almost none of them actually had any speaking words?
No, hardly at all.
Yeah, I didn't even think Wolverine and Storm talk.
No, Wolverine's not even in the episode.
Yes, he is.
Oh,
he's
is he?
hiding behind a pillar, and he goes snink.
Mm-hmm. Yo, snink.
Yep. In my head canon, whenever Wolverine goes schnicked, it's him actually saying that. Schnicked.
And Spider-Man says thwip every time
he does. Thwip. Yeah. Love it. That's my head canon. All right. Well, my first X point is we're getting close to you being right about old Senator Kelly here.
Close.
Sorry,
close.
But he's just running for what is he running for, council or something?
I mean, come on.
Mayor?
He's obviously supposed to be a stand-in.
Will he become senator by the time the show is ending?
I mean, that's where they're going. That's pretty obvious. The fact that you're saying that I'm close to being right is insane to me. I'm obviously right. The fact that you ever thought I wasn't is mind-boggling to me. When you watch the show, Ryan, when you first saw this show, when you heard that this guy's name is Principal Kelly, did you assume he was anything else but a stand-in for Senator Kelly?
Yeah, no, he was Senator Kelly. The fact that they didn't name him Robert was just very odd to me.
Yeah, it is kind of odd. But Robert's middle name is Edward, so I guess that's why they went that route.
Mm.
Still an odd choice, I guess. But
they should have made his middle name like Fargo or something. And then
what's the last name of the writer of this episode again? They should have made it that.
Cluverius,
yes.
But then they could have called him RFK.
Senator Cluverius Kelly. RFK, yeah, that's what we need.
Yeah.
I'm running out of a room when a guy passes out. My next point is there's a funny line in this that I meant to mention. We were going through it, but I forgot. Is when Principal on the news So after the X-Men save him from the Brotherhood, they say, he says, one way or another, Summers, I will drive you mutants out of Bayville, all of you. And that's my promise. And he storms away. And then Nightcrawler says, well, I'm not voting for him.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
Get another one, Ryan?
Geez. I guess it's not really, again, it's not really an X point, but, I appreciate in this show that the Brotherhood, specifically like Toad and Quicksilver, don't really change throughout the seasons. Like they're very consistent characters from beginning to where we are now, and it's nice to see because other people you kind of see like character growth and other things, and these guys are just like, nah, we're good.
We like
I'm
who
gonna,
we are.
yeah, I'm gonna go eat flies. It's fine.
Yeah. He gets mad when they take the garbage out. That makes me laugh. My next X point is I find it interesting that Senator Kelly is kind of cursed by his own making. Like the worst thing that could happen to him is that mutants become popular, and what does that is the little group of mutants that he sort of formed and kind of propped up. So it's just like you kind of created this Brotherhood mess, and then you end up being cursed by it. I find that pretty funny.
That's kind of funny. Yeah, we kind of had a hand in making them, I guess.
Yeah.
My final point is Scott.
Or at least use them.
Scott's former friend Paul Hates, who is the one usually or Heights, used to hang out with Scott a lot and tease him for having a crush on various people in the school, but kind of turned into a dick after they found out about mutants. Was one of the people on the train when it got derailed. So I think that was kind of fun.
I didn't notice that. Well, I wonder if what's the guy who was Gene used to date again?
The jock guy, Duncan.
Yeah,
Duncan.
Yeah, Duncan. I wonder if he was on the train. Old Duncan.
Old Duncan. He wanted Gene. He wanted Gene to use your powers to help him cheat in his test. That's like his big thing.
Yeah. Just send me the answers.
Which shows how like small-minded this guy is. Like instead of all the things you could do with Gene's powers, and I'm not just trying to make it like sexually or something. I just mean like in general. And then it's like, to help or to help others or even to like rob a bank or something that's much bigger than just getting a test. But he's very hung up on getting the test answers.
Got another Ryan Servation for us there.
Ryan Servation, I like it.
It's quite a reach, but I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. I guess really not too much. It was a good episode. I agree with you guys. Like I'd probably grade it an 8 or 9 myself. But like it definitely jumps back a couple seasons when it comes to like moving things forward, which I guess maybe is important because there's some heavy crap going on. So
yeah, like Nightcrawler never seems overly perturbed. Like his mom just shattered to pieces in front of him last episode.
Yeah,
I guess Rogue's not in this episode, so not like they have any interplay. But it's just like
there's no lingering fretting about apocalypse or anything.
Yeah, they're like he's still living in a giant pulsating castle in Mexico. That everyone's just like, all right.
Well, right. It's my guess is that this episode probably was like half done come season 2 or 3, and then they just decided to like
maybe it feels like an earlier season episode.
Yeah, and it's and again, it's not taking anything away from it, but yeah, it definitely with everything that's going on in the show doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to even exist. Well, when it does.
Yeah, a very good point. My last X point is that I'm always impressed by not just like the power use in this show, which they do very well, but how well these teenage characters are mastering their powers. Like Jean, containing that explosion, even for as long as she did, was super cool. Kitty is super powerful in this. Nightcrawler does some crazy teleporting. Jean trying to stop the train too. Man, it's cool stuff, and they always do cool stuff with Rogue's powers, and even Avalanche. There, you were right. What you were saying earlier, Andre, it's pretty sweet use of his powers to kind of contain an explosion by sinking it into the ground a bit, and then just kind of burying it with rock.
Yeah, it was kind of
Pretty
neat. It was nice to see. It shows that a lot of their powers could be used for other things besides destruction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Got one more X point for us there, Andre?
No, you gave me 3 already.
Yeah, I know, but there's 10. So back to you.
Oh, because I started. You clever girl.
Yeah.
Hold on, I had a note here. Where'd it go? Shit.
I've been compared to a velociraptor for many reasons. That's one of them.
Oh, so Rogue is in this episode, just doesn't say anything.
Yeah, everyone's in this episode because they're all in that room.
Well, you think there'd be some frosty, I guess maybe the X-Men wouldn't. Okay, I'll explain this then because I'll just expand on this. So I don't see I guess Nightcrawler. The as far as the X-Men are concerned, Mystique was dead. So it's not like Rogue killed her by knocking the statue off and shattering it, but still wasn't a super cool thing to do. Poor Nightcrawler is trying to grieve, so it's just funny that she's just like, it's all good.
Fair enough. All right, moving on.
Hey, check it.
All right, well, I did pick this one up, but I haven't had a chance to read it yet. But I just love this cover. Is it just me, or is like Dustin Weaver just killing the covers lately? But I did get a chance to read this one, Planet She-Hulk. Love the art in this one too by Aaron Cruder. Cooter, I think it's Cooter. Cooter, yeah. Yeah, so good. And I'm a She-Hulk guy. It's funny, she just wants to get off the planet. And I suspect the story will be like give her finding reasons to stay. So, because like she's just watching it. She was there for a funeral for Bruce, not his funeral, but like to support him because he's running Sakaar again. And then he has to go leave to take care of something.
Didn't Sakaar blow up?
Well, we'll just assume not.
Okay. Or maybe it was just the ship that blew up his wife or whatever, and that's why he went and started World War Hulk, right?
Yeah, it was the ship. They because Bruce had to go. It all takes place in that Imperial that just wrapped up that Hickman wrote. He goes into space to like this Black Panther and like Nova and Guardians and the Inhumans. I don't know. It was Hickman, and it was nice, but it was kind of confusing. But that's where that She-Hulk is coming right off of it. So it was just good. I'm glad to hear the first issue was good because I have it in my pile. But it's just weird that it came out after the miniseries is over. But
so that's where Bruce is.
Yeah, that's he's in that series.
That's funny because he doesn't come back. That's why she's there. That's why it's called Planet She-Hulk. Because like Bruce bails.
He's like, I'm out.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, the art's really good, and I'm around for it. But I think I don't know. I think I can save comics, fellas. You ready for a revelation?
Sure.
Because you know how first issues sell like tons more than issues 2 and 3, and like of pretty much every comic run ever.
We restart comics at issue number 1 every 10 to 15 comics.
Well, that's true. No, we make issue 1s 10 pages longer. I think a lot of issue 1s that I need, like I'll be like, yeah, like I'm in or whatever, but man, a lot of them could really use 10 more pages to really give me a reason to read issue 2. I'm not talking about Planet She-Hulk in particular, but even it could have used 10 more pages, I feel like. But yeah, because that's what comics used to be. Like when you read like my other comic recommendation here, like Uncanny X-Men 199, a ton happens, and it's not a first issue or anything, but that's what comics were like back then. But I think first issues should be more like old comics and be like 36 pages or 35 pages or 32 pages or whatever, instead of whatever they are now.
Well, it used to be too. Issue ones used to always have like extra pages, and
Yeah,
because they usually it would have like $1 upcharge or something on it. But like
yeah.
you'd end up getting it'd be like a 48-page blockbuster. Man, I remember. Do you guys remember that the X-Men Unlimited series?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
X-Men
dude,
Unlimiteds.
yeah, dude. But like that
They were
first
thick. A
issue.
lot of them were thick.
Yeah, they were thick books. Like that first issue, I remember picking it up from like my grocery store, and because it had it was Cyclops, Storm, Xavier, and I remember reading that book like a dozen times, and it felt like reading a book because it was thick.
Mhm.
I mean, I was a little kid, so like it feels different, but I was like, but man, like that was a hell of a number one. I mean, that had me hooked. Besides the fact
Mhm.
that it was X-Men, but I was like,
Mhm.
when you get a lot of I don't know. I guess it's just tough now. When the average book is $4.99 or $5.99, I want more than 20 pages.
You shudder what they cost in Canada.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, man. You go and get like
$4.99
throw
here.
$20 down to get like 2 or 3 comics at best. Usually more like 2. Yeah. But yeah, Uncanny X-Men 199. I picked it for a couple reasons actually. For one, I was thinking about this Brotherhood trying to be good guys thing. I'm like, it's kind of like the X-Men version of the Thunderbolts. But then I'm like, no, but you know what? The X-Men already sort of had that, which was the Freedom Force. It was Mystique's crew, and a lot of the same characters too. Blob was on the Freedom Force. Pyro was on. No, not Pyro. Well,
Not to be
he was.
confused with the Marvel comic Brute Force. Do you remember that? Yeah, Ryan does. Ryan does.
What's Brute Force?
Oh,
I remember
it was
Force
a team.
Works.
It was a team of anthropomorphic animals. They were like
I do remember that.
defending the. They're kind of like defending the environment. There's a dolphin and a bear and a kangaroo and.
I think they brought him back relatively recently in Deadpool.
That makes sense. That'd be the
course.
place they would do that.
Yeah, it's like because it wasn't serious by any means, but I remember.
I mean, it was at the time. The book was a serious book. It was kind of like the pre-We3 sort of thing, where it's like animals in suits that were fighting crime, I guess. So that's not really serious, really.
But the other reasons, I mean, this is a cool John Romita Jr. cover. But the other reason I picked this one is it's Remembrance Day here in Canada, and Kitty and Magneto go to a Holocaust memorial in this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit. Heavy.
Yeah,
Well, they're both Jewish characters.
Makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Let's check it to you, Andre.
So I read this. I picked it up at the Septastic Book Fair. I'm not going to put it on the screen there. Shit, one sec. On the recommendation of Cal. It's a debut novel. I was going to bring it up. You have to do it.
Oh,
it's okay. No, leave it up. So it's a debut novel of this guy Patrick Horvath, and it's called "Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees," which is obviously a reference to Teddy Bear's Picnic. But as you can see by the
you go down in the woods today, you'll sure get a big surprise.
You go down in the woods today, you won't believe your eyes. Beneath the trees where nobody sees. Something, today's the day. So it's like it's like a cutesy, kind of like a cutesy. It's animated in a cutesy way that reminds me of those. What was that? Those books for kids that had remember there was like the little worm that had the hat that was in the apple. There's like bears and other characters. Anyway, it's based on kids.
Berenstain Bears.
I don't think he was in that. But anyway, it's a murder mystery about a small town where this bear, Samantha, who runs a hardware store, is a psychopath that every once in a while goes into town, away from the town, like into the city, and murders someone. And has been doing this for a very long time. Has a strict code to keep her head quiet so she can get through her life. But then somebody, and she always keeps things away from the town because she wants to protect herself and also her town. But then somebody starts murdering people in the town. So she becomes aware there's another serial killer that's maybe trying to get her attention, and it's a game of wits, kind of Dexter-y. But I guess part of the joy of the thing is the animate, like the right drawing style, as you can see here. I don't know if I can zoom in any better, but it is kind of a very cutesy, sort of way it's depicted. It's an interesting book. It's a good
It's
story.
actually a Franklin the Turtle style.
Yeah. And, you know, I don't know if they show anything too graphic here, but there's a scene where this duck character that she tricks into getting into her car, shows her dissecting him in the woods after she kills him. And it's pretty, you know, let's see if I can find it. Duck dissection beneath trees. So, like, yeah, one of the, like, she starts seeing some of the people she murdered in visions, and this is like one of them here. This is like, you know, but it shows her actually bisecting him like out in the woods.
Yikes.
And yeah, so it's the dark imagery. That was one of the covers, I think. Yeah, so yeah, it's not what you'd expect, as you can see here. But it's a very dark story, and but it's very well done. And yeah, I'd say check it out if you like twisted horror stuff.
All right.
Ryan,
check
but
it to you.
why stop it? What are we reading, Ryan?
That sounds awesome. A bunch of stuff. You know, it's funny. I actually just reread this a week ago, so I'm like, you know what, this is a good one. It's a classic, Wildcats and X-Men.
Oh, Wildcats and X-Men.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
I had that.
And this is the trade here, but I was like man, like, I haven't read them probably since they came out, which was let's see, 1998. Well, I mean, I guess there's a whole bunch of years, right? But anyways, so it was just it was really fun to go through and read them again. And I forget, like, you know, like obviously Jim Lee art and stuff like that, but like Adam Hughes does the art in the modern age. Scott Lobdell does the writing on two of them. It was I don't know, it was actually really fun to go back and you know, read them again.
One thing that impressed me, I think it was when like they did Wildcats meets Aliens or something, which one of those crossovers. And I think Warren Ellis wrote it, and he actually killed off major characters in it because he said how he like hated how those stories never really seemed to be in continuity with the main story, and he wanted to make sure this one was. So like it was a very interesting way to approach it. I thought it was neat.
Did you have you guys read that Predator Kills the Marvel Universe yet?
No,
not yet.
I just got I had to pick up. I was picking up the Spider-Man meets Predator, but I'm missing an issue or two because I was like getting it. And they must have it at the store now, but I haven't been in to pick them up.
I heard him and Wolverine have a good scrap.
Yeah, well, so what's cool is that I didn't realize because I read the Wolverine one, I read the Spider-Man one, I didn't get the Black Panther one, but all of them are all connected and they actually lead into the actual Marvel versus Predator thing, and it's issue 3 just came out. I think there's 2 more. It's either 4 or 5 issues, and I cannot believe how ultra violent it is. I mean, like you want to talk about things dying. Like, I mean, the way that some characters get killed will just like you're gonna turn the page and like you're gonna be, what the hell just happened? It's amazing. It's super good. I don't have it right in front of me, but I recommend that too. But I'll recommend that when it's officially done, so like, you know, you get the full story.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's really good. I think Ben Percy's writing it. He always does. You know, Mr. Wolverine himself.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, name this movie. But I like movies, which is fine.
Oh, well, I'll throw a few at you. I recently, I'll throw you an old one and a new one. So
an oldie but a goodie.
Well, I have this game I play where I have the way my shelves in my living room are is all of my Criterion Blu-rays are on them. They're dissected, like each shelf is like 14 compartments. They're separated by the shelf slats. So I'll randomly, I'll go on the internet and pick a random number generator and then take each of the little sections that have probably 10 movies in each of them and say, okay, you count each of the sections. There's 28 sections. So I'll randomly number generate 1 to 28. Whatever number gives me, I'll go to that section. I'll pick one of those movies if I haven't seen it yet to watch. So the other night, last week I did that, and I watched the Akira Kurosawa classic, which I'd never seen before, Rashomon. Which, if you haven't seen it, I highly suggest. It is a classic for a reason. It's a great movie about a feudal Japan story about a trial in which the various people involved in a crime tell their side of the story and how wildly different each version of the story is. And it's a great movie about memory and about the stories we tell, and how we often are the heroes of our own story, regardless of whether we really are or not of the overarching story. And it's beautifully filmed, black and white, and a gorgeous movie. Well worth watching. I highly suggest it. And the new one is the new one by Yorgos Lanthimos, who did the Lobster, The Favorite, Kinds of Kindness most recently, and Poor Things. Begonia with Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, the Greek comedian, the fat guy, isn't it?
Stavros.
Stavros. And I don't think anyone else you probably recognize. But it's about these two. It's about this guy that is totally goes down the right wing insane rabbit hole, believing the CEO of this company is secretly an alien who's there to secretly running the world, and him and his mentally impaired cousin kidnap them and try to get them to help them get in touch with her species so we can try to save the world. And I don't want to. The less you know about it beyond that, the better. But it's a really, really excellent movie, and it may give you a little sympathy to the people that believe some of these right-wing conspiracies, and maybe give you a little more sympathy towards this wonderful planet which we live on. So it's a really, really good movie. I gave it 5 stars on Letterboxd. It's fantastic. It's very watchable. I mean, Plemons is excellent in it. He always is in everything he's in. And so is Emma Stone, and so is the guy that plays the handicapped cousin. If that actor isn't actually a guy with some kind of mental impairment, I think they should give him the Oscar, because he is amazing. I think he may actually be, but it's such a good movie. And yeah, like I said, the less you know, the better. But it's
Where'd you see it, in the theater?
Yeah, I saw it in Halifax. I last week I went and saw Blue Rodeo at when they were playing at the Scotiabank Center. And
Blue Rodeo is awesome. You know Blue Rodeo, Ryan?
Yeah.
You do? Oh, that's cool. I always they seem like a I always say there are bands that seem like very Canadian bands, and then bands that belong, like once they reach a level of success, they belong to the world. They don't feel Canadian anymore. Like Drake doesn't feel like a Canadian anymore. Rush doesn't feel Canadian anymore, right? Like, but Blue Rodeo, like I'd say the Tragically Hip was like our band, and now they're gone. I feel like Blue Rodeo is probably the
second one.
Well, I mean, they definitely were around before the Hip for a long time. It's just the Hip were kind of right in when I was growing up.
Yeah. But being here in Buffalo, like we're like, Canada South when it comes to music, because like
That's
true.
true.
we get all the Toronto stations and stuff too. So I got to grow up on a lot of good Canadian music.
Nice.
Obviously the Hip being some of it, but like the Tea Party, things like that.
Oh yeah, the Tea Party are coming to Halifax soon. They're open. Are they opening for Finger 11? I think they're Finger
11 should open for the Tea Party though. Good lord.
Yeah, well, the Tea Party's kind of jumped down. I actually just saw Finger 11 about a month ago.
Yeah, they're coming. Well, they're Canadian band, but
they're like right over the border too.
It's them. The Headstones and Finger 11 are coming. December 13th, which I really want to go to.
I've seen Tea Party live twice, I think.
Also, in the new year, Live is coming, and in a Econoline Crush, which I'd like to see.
It's the return of the 90s, Econoline Crush.
I tell you, man, I'm excited. I think Live would be.
What was their hit called again?
Econoline Crush. I think it's that one.
Yeah, it's that
one. All that you are is that one shining star. I think that was the one. All that you are, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. All that you are.
Well, the album that was on The Devil You Know from 1997 was platinum. So yeah, you know. They received 2 Juno nominations. So yeah,
it's funny to see all those bands coming back now. Like they announced, because we have I really want for like next summer we have Cake come back.
Nice.
Everclear's coming.
They'll probably come here then, because Everclear is one of my favorites. I really want to see Everclear, and I really want to see one of my all-time favorites is Collective Soul. I really want to see them live.
The Collective Soul is so good live.
Weren't they here recently?
If they were and I missed it, I'm going to be very upset. I love them. Love them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man, that song, Gel, from the Jerky Boy soundtrack. Da-da, da-da, da-da. Well, let's lingo or mingle. Mingle. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da.
Make it well.
That music,
come together
that movie
now.
has such a good soundtrack.
That movie is better than it has any right to be. My brother and I got together.
I used to have their like tapes and stuff where they.
I have one of their albums on vinyl. So take that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, when they my brother and I came, like, we used to watch that movie on VHS all the time when we were kids, and my wife never saw it, and he was over one night, and we're like just drinking, hanging out, and we're like, we should watch that, and we're trying to find where to get it, which is incredibly hard, but we eventually found it. You can rent it on YouTube for like $3. And man, oh man, like Jen never seen it before, knew nothing about it, and she was losing it laughing. So it's hilarious. It's dumb, but it's dumb in a perfect way. It's such a fun movie.
Yeah, the dumb is okay. So sometimes dumb is necessary. So
yeah, totally. I'll take dumb.
Yep. All right, time to move on to our newest segment.
Let's do it. It's a gold mine.
We're going to the art goonery.
This is an Eve's, or not an Eve's. This is Ryan's.
This is Ryan's segment.
Yeah, okay. Ryan's got a segment now.
Well, I came to realize that Ryan's art collection is far too amazing and extensive to remain hidden. It must be shown.
Share it with us, Ryan.
So he's brought us a collection of Rogue and Gambits tonight. I don't know if I've kept these in the order you sent them, but.
Well, I didn't send them in like a good order, so it was just I just kind of sent them as I found them. But
so take us through here.
All right, so what I did for this time, in theory, I just picked those Gambit Rogue, and I tried to actually just do ones that were them together, but I cheated, and a couple of the ones that were done by the same artist, I do have like this here. I have this Gambit by Arthur Adams, which is one of my favorites.
Art Adams. It's the best.
That's beautiful.
Oh, he's amazing. And then like I still kind of the same. Who's the next one? Yeah, and then I have Rogue. So technically I counted this as one. Just because it was like, the same artist. But
Art says Rogue and Gambit in the lettering right there.
That's true. But Art Adams has been one of my favorite artists for years and years. And I never expected to be able to get a piece from him, especially something like that was actually relatively affordable for like my budget. He did a CGC op back in like 2 years ago, and I went in for 2, and this is what I got out of it, and they were amazing. So
it's like Savage Land Rogue too.
Yeah.
So
I
cool.
don't do whatever
awesome.
wanted.
That's beautiful.
This one.
Oh, so this one here is Carola Borelli. She's from Italy, I believe. So my only ask was just like a slice of life with like Gambit Rogue. Like, it doesn't have to be like I didn't want like an action one because I have a lot of those. And then she, so she just kind of did them hanging out in the, the living room. I love the fact that she added the cats.
I love the kitties.
Like if you look in the background, where that picture is, it's like their wedding picture. It's and this is a big one too. This is it's actually the one that's right behind me. It's like 12 by 14.
Sweet.
Nick Bradshaw. I'm obsessed with Nick Bradshaw. He's been
that's a
well, we Maritimers are pretty amazing people.
Yeah, I haven't seen Nick in a while, but he's a friend. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I don't know if you ever met Danica. She's amazing.
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, I know Danica too. Yeah.
I have a bunch of pieces from her too.
Nick Bradshaw, Wolverine, and Storm's pretty great.
Yeah, I have. Let's see. I don't know if you can see the wall behind me. There's a Nick Bradshaw Mysterio right there. You see that?
Mysterio's a good choice.
Yeah.
Bradshaw to draw.
There's I feel like I have another one by him too. I think it's I got a black cat from him there too.
Oh man, he's just crazy good details.
He's
That's awesome.
he's so good.
He is so good.
And it's like every line he does, it's just there's no wasted lines.
I have a black cat from Pig that
Mhm.
Aaron Hicks up there too.
Look at that Sentinel. It's so cool too. Like,
Yeah.
so good.
Actually, I have an original piece of retro art here. It's a page from his Army of Darkness comic.
Oh, sweet.
Man, I had a cover from one of the Army of Darkness books, and I had to sell it when my car broke down and I needed money for funds.
It sucks.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
it bummed me out because I really liked it, but like it was like but also I needed a vehicle, so
Yeah.
I've sold comics for rent before in my day. Oh,
yeah, it's
Any port in a storm, man. You gotta do what you
yeah,
gotta do.
I
It
mean that's
sucks, but-
exactly it. So this one here is pretty cool. I picked this up at New York Comic Con in 2024. It's Sajad Shah, who's done a lot of art for like a lot of independents and stuff like that. He's done a lot of like Dynamite works, Xenoscope, stuff like that. He's just now starting to get into some like store variants. But he posted this on Instagram in like a couple months before the show, and I was like, man, that is just gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And I kind of forgot about it. So when I went to the show, I happened to walk by his table, and he just got there, and he was just throwing some covers down on the table, and it was there, and I'm like, oh man, I was like, that's so cool to see this. Like I saw you post it on Instagram, blah blah blah. He's like, oh, it's for sale. I'm like, oh well, not anymore. Give it to me. So that's
what's
all
that in
I
her
got.
hand? Just like a heart? Is that
Yeah,
what's in
just a
her
little
fingers there? Yeah,
Yeah.
very nice. I like it a lot. All right, now we get this one.
So this artist here is Paul Rodriguez. And this is a colored version I have. I have like the actual pen and ink version on my wall. And then my buddy Dennis Lanham, he's from Germany. Actually, did the digital colors, but I love the guy's energy. He does a lot of fun stuff like this. He's done actually a couple like books that are like wrestling based, not with like actual people, but he's a big wrestling fan. So it's always kind of fun to see like that kind of energy.
Oh, cool.
Mm.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Oh, there's the Nick Bradshaw Gambit.
Beauty.
Mm.
Because
Beauty. Jeez.
So this is one of my favorite pieces I got. You'll see his signature down there. It's called C-Dub. The artist's name is Chris Williams. And I just found him randomly on Instagram. And I was just like, hey, I need to open up commissions. So I was like, hey, just give me a Gambit Rogue. I was like, just do something fun, man. Like, whatever you want, I don't care. And this is what he came back with. And I'm just obsessed with it. He even sent me a couple of colored, like he actually, his buddy did this for him so he can make prints. So he sent me a couple of the prints like this too. But man, like I've actually seen, those websites that like sell comic book stuff and it looks too good to be true.
Yep.
Because it's like, and it's real stuff, but it's not like authentic. I've seen this actual picture show up on 3 of those websites selling t-shirts and stuff of it.
Oh, really?
Shit.
Yeah, which I just think is cool. I mean, it sucks for the artists because they don't get shit for it, but like it makes me laugh because I'm like, ha, I own that.
That's really funny.
So this was Elisabetta D'Amico. She's another one from Italy. She's actually an inker. And she did this for me. I picked it up from her New York Comic Con last year.
But she did all the pencils too.
Yeah, she did all of it.
Yeah, awesome.
She's actually like a multi-time Inkwell award winner and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And I will say she is absolutely adorable. Does not speak a lot of English. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one, man. And I'll have to look it up because I don't actually remember the name of this artist, but she has like a really fun animated style. And I was like, hey, give me a Gambit Rogue, do whatever you want. And she did this, and I'm like, hell yeah,
beignets.
It's so good.
Yeah, get some X-Men 97 flair on that one.
Mm-hmm. So this is Wilton Santos. So he's done some books, but not a lot. Like he did a couple episodes of issues of Excalibur, in the Krakoa age. He literally just did like the 2 issues that Marcus didn't do because Marcus did the rest of them. But like I love his style, and like his commissions open up, and I was like, again, Rogue and Gambit, whatever. And this is what I got, man. I was like, I love the energy in this piece.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah,
It's gorgeous.
I think I was 5 years old.
Look at this one.
Oh,
Is that Omega Red back there?
yeah.
He's got the Omega symbols on his hands.
Oh yeah, so he does.
So this is Florin Cuevas the Fourth. I think he's Brazilian. I'm probably wrong, but it's somewhere over there. So another guy, Gambit Rogue, and he's like, and we got to talking about like the Jim Lee run and stuff like that. And we were talking about specifically issue 4, which is the first appearance of Omega Red, but that's the one that it starts off with the basketball game. When it's like Jubilee and Wolverine and
I read that issue 100 times as a kid.
Me too.
I love that.
And then they finally go on. They're about to go on their first date, and that's why he put him on the motorcycle, put her in that dress, and this was like the before they got blown up type of deal, like that kind of view. And I was like, which I thought was just a really cool idea. And I was like, do whatever you want. And then like he said, as he was working on it, he sent me like work in progress and stuff like that. And I saw what this is turning into, and I'm like, dude, this is ridiculous, but thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Ken Marion, who is currently an artist. He does a lot of DC work. He's actually done no Marvel work. I think he's an artist on Green Lantern right now. Or at least one of the Green Lantern books. I don't know how many Green Lantern books there are. I don't read them, but he did a lot of work at Aspen, because you can kind of see like that Michael Turner type of like style to him. I just like, hey, Gambit Rogue, do what you want to do, and he gave me. And it's a big one too. It's a 11 by 17, so it's like a like the full page, and then he got that, and it's one of my favorite pieces.
I like the shoulder to shoulder X's there too. Cool. Oh, and just the color version of it.
Yeah, that was my buddy Dennis who colored that one.
Nice.
It's beautiful.
Oh my god, yeah, this one. So
do you get people to color these for you sometimes?
And sometimes I don't do it a lot. I do I guess it depends. Like some of the guys, my buddy.
I've done that before. I colored other people's art. It's pretty fun. It's a neat project.
Yeah,
so.
I have. I got a couple. Like I got that. And I'll show it a different time. I know Davin saw it. I have like an Adam Hughes piece. Like I made sure his wife colored it because it just like adds that much more life to it. Oh yeah, this one here. It's I forgot to actually send you a picture of the black and white one. This is Mike Bowden, and he liked it. It's another one. It came out so good. He sent it to his buddy to get it digitally colored, and then sent me the print of it, which is really cool. But I'm a sucker for Age of Apocalypse, man. AOA anything, and I'm pretty much in.
I have the omnibus, like the big thick ass hardcover that has all of it in it, and I really want to read it, but it's like you can't just like sit in the bathtub with it, or like you gotta like sit somewhere because it's such a big book. You have to put it on your lap and read it that way, or sit at a table. So
do you have Marvel Unlimited?
I do. I could do it that way.
Well, I think I gotta check.
But I paid for the big book.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but you don't want to ruin the big book.
That's fair. No, you buy the thing and never look at it. I said my tonight at the movie night. I show usually I show pretty funny little clips and stuff. And one of them was like a SNL sketch where it was like a toy commercial where the kids are like, "Yeah, it's like Ray and Finn," and then there's also like these really nerdy adult guys that are like, oh, like the kids like, yeah, we can play with them, and then the kids like, or we can just put them in the box and never look at them again, and then like it just shows like the adult collecting and how kind of funny it is. At one point, like he's telling the kid he shouldn't be doing that, and then like one of the young kids goes, "Does your wife play with toys like this?" And then it just like they played the sad Star Wars music when like Luke is looking out at the twin suns, and like he's got the look on his face, and it zooms in, and how sad he looks because there's no wife. Like,
Whoa.
it's really funny.
Well, that was the first art goonery with Ryan. Thanks, Ryan. That was a great game at Rogue Collection.
Yeah, no, I have. I know, Dabney, you've seen a bunch of my stuff posted.
Oh yeah.
And I have comic art fans. I use that for. I think I'm pretty updated. I don't have any of my original pages up on there because I'm really lazy and like I don't have a scanner that can like scan 11 by 17 yet. Someday I'll actually take a picture of all of them and like get those on there too. But those are the ones that are really fluid because like they come in and then like I'm buying and selling just constantly all the time.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's well. I mean, there's some that like aren't going to go anywhere because I love them. Like I have it, but there's because I used to have like a.
It is a proper art gallery. He's sending a lot of them out the door too.
Oh yeah. It's there's a. I mean, the market kind of sucks right now, but there's a lot of buying and selling. But there's a lot of comics have been purchased with me selling some artwork, so I can't complain.
That's awesome.
Very good.
You wanted to see us, Professor?
Yes, I have a very special assignment. It'll be challenging, so I need someone with nerves of steel.
Wait, you're forgetting your homework.
Did you hear that? Nerves of steel.
I want to ask you one question. Do you
That's
feel
me.
safe?
Well, next episode is Target X, in which we see the return of X-23.
Laura.
Yes, looks like we get her join the team proper. Looks like a Wolverine specific episode. Wolverine and X-23. Let's see if I see any other insight. There's a new character here I don't recognize. Who's that guy? You know this episode, Ryan? Who's the green guy? It looks like Frankenstein. Oh, is he Omega Red?
No.
Yeah, Omega Red is in that
episode. It is in the episode, but it's not him.
But I think it's Von Strucker, isn't it?
Oh, that might make sense. He
or something. Because I think it's like a Hydra sort of episode.
Yeah, well, he's kind of looks like a Frankenstein monster. He's all green. He has like a Mad Eye Moody kind of eye. It's red.
Yeah, I think that's Von Strucker.
Really interesting. Okay, but Omega Red is in the episode as well. He does look very Frankenstein-y.
I could be completely wrong, but
yeah. Well, some guy. Oh no, I see Madam Hydra here. It's in the episode as well. Yeah, looks like a very Hydra-specific episode. A lot of Wolverine in his lame new costume.
You can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Contact us at xmenreviewshow@gmail.com. Support us at patreon.com/xmenreviewshow like Ryan does. Get to your merch at Redbubble.
Thanks, Ryan. That means a lot.
It does.
I got you.
He does got us. /XmenReviewShow/shop. Find our audio-only version wherever you get your podcasts. And we are a mutant and proud part of the Swear to Pod podcast network. Any final words for the people? Anyone?
Oh, hold on. It's not for the people. Yeah. It's actually for you.
Keep an eye on specifically.
Well, I mean, I think he does more than most of the Facebook stuff for the group. Yeah. So keep an eye out, man. Like they are trying to implement this AI crap into groups, and they're doing it on their own. But they're kind of getting. I just got a warning in that one art group that I'm the moderator on. I just saw it come in today that it was going to start doing like AI prompts and all this other crap, and so I had to go in. I had to go in manually and turn everything off. I just want to give you the heads up that keep an eye out for it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go in and turn all that off.
Yeah, just in case. I mean, like I said, you might not even get it, but yeah, that's exactly why. But yeah, no, actually,
Master Mold is a jerk. Why don't these billionaires understand that? Anyway,
they keep trying to automate their workforce.
Yep. Halt, mutant. Anyway. Let's get out of here.
Right.
Catch you next time.
Bye, everybody. Next time.
Okay, where's the exit? I can't find the exit. There is no exit. We're trapped. No way out. Get us out.
This program is a proud part of the Swear to Pod Network.